Welcome back, 5th grade. We're on Domain 5, Lesson 10, Reading and Writing Informational Text, Making Inferences. Our objectives for today's lesson are to make inferences about the opportunities women had during the Renaissance and also continue to plan an informational piece about a person from the Renaissance. Some key vocabulary today is norms or customs standards of acceptable behavior. Fortunately is luckily by good fortune. Alliance is a formal agreement to work together. A fashion is to make, shape, or form, and also is a popular way of dressing during a particular time or among a particular group of people. Obstacle is a challenge, something that blocks the way or makes it more difficult to do something else. Prominent is important, well-known, and easily seen. Reminiscent is similar to something else, and a status symbol is something someone owns that shows he or she is wealthy or important. Okay, go ahead and read the text for today and feel free to pause the video. Our word work for today is fortunately. Fortunately, her father, the Duke of Ferrara, believed in the importance of educating both his sons and his daughters. Fortunately means luckily or by good fortune, and it is an adverb. So in Lesson 8, you started gathering evidence for your informational pieces about a piece is a biography about an artist. You're going to learn more about the topic by looking at more than one resource. We talked a little bit about that before, how we were using the reader. Now you're going to get a chance to do more research with other sources. So information sources can come from books, websites, videos, interviews. So today you're going to use a document, which is an important paper that provides information. So you're going to actually look for an article when you're going online. So multiple sources can confirm so you're looking for things that tell the same thing, they fill in missing gaps, or they contradict someone else. So when you're looking, you should look for the following. You should look for information that provides confidence and knowledge someone already has. It's repeated information should not be written down again when taking notes. So make sure when you're taking notes, you're not writing down the same thing over and over again. Information that completes helps fills in knowledge gaps and should be grouped with information like that. So if you're writing about, if you've discovered something else about a time period that person was important, that should go with the time period that you also have written down. Don't kind of jumble it up all over the place. Make sure all the information is kind of grouped nicely. And make sure nothing contradicts itself. So what that means is if you are saying one thing, you don't want an article that says the opposite, making sure it all is cohesive and goes along with it. We also want accurate information, so make sure when you're looking for articles, you're looking for articles that are very thorough and kind of talk about things that you already know about. That way it confirms that that is a good resource. So these are examples of sources that you would be able to use. The first source you'll see is an article about Raphael and his home. And the second one is a very brief little blurb about him. These are good examples of source that I can use. These are going to give me information about my artist. So you're going to use the same organizer that we've used before. Where it talks about early years, projects and accomplishments, and what made him great. Now, if you notice from my second resource, there's really not much there. It's very, very brief. So I can't use it a lot to fill in a lot of information. So for early years, this didn't talk about his early years. So I can leave that with NA. It means not available. It means I can't fill that in. Same with what made him great. This is not going and telling one wonderful, amazing thing that happened to him. so it's not really something that's memorable. This is, however, telling about an accomplishment that has happened to him in his life. That's why I'm able to put something here. So make sure you write your sources on your reference sheet as well. Remember, we talked about that, where you're documenting where you got your resource, what date it was published, and the title of it. So make sure you have that documented too if you're pulling from other resources. So you're going to locate a document that provides information about the person you selected, and you're going to write down where you got your source to give them credit. So this is what your assessment is for today. You've already completed this biography chart for the reader. We want you to complete this now using a second resource, and then make sure you're referencing it below. And always, 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 we want to refer to our rubric. This is what we are looking for when we are grading your biography. So be sure to look at these details and make sure your biography follows it. And that is the end of today's lesson. We'll see everyone next time.